Wait a minute here, see if anyone comes in. Just got a notification that I'm live. Okay. It's been a while since I've been live, which always kind of screws with people showing up. YouTube definitely likes you to be consistent, and I'm not. I'm really consistent for about a week or two, and then I'll be off for a week or two. They don't like that for whatever reason. It's been so hot out here in the shop that I just haven't wanted to come out here and work. It's already mid 70s in here. At the end of the day, it'll be 100 degrees in here. So, still got these same two. Last time I went live a couple weeks ago, I think I just gotten to this point on this one. And I ain't touched either of them since. They just been sitting here. I'm gonna work on this one today. I'm gonna try to maybe go live for about an hour. I'm hopefully gonna get these handles on this one glued, which I still got quite a bit to do. I gotta rough shape them. I gotta shape the fronts and polish it, and prep them and clean them to glue, and I gotta etch my maker's mark on here all before I glue it. So hopefully I can do that in about an hour-ish. I don't know. Whatever I can get done is what I can get done, because I start trying to set time limits for getting to a certain point, and that's when I always end up messing stuff up. So just take as much time as I need. Cooking Trio. Hello there. Thanks for coming in. I don't think I've seen you before. This isn't really my normal time for streaming. I'm usually live streaming late at night. Oh, right on. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, Man, I was gonna bring my box of knives out here, the finished ones, just to kind of show, and I forgot. Uh, yeah, I usually stream late at night, but like I was just saying, it's been so hot here lately that it's like I just don't want to come out here in the garage. That you know, it's hot until now. Like it just cooled off out here. Keanu Reeves. Hey man, cool to see you, John Wick. I'm gonna get started here in just a second. I don't expect a bunch of people to pile in here. A bunch of new people. So this is the one I'm working on. I'm gonna rough shape these handles. They're already like cut out on the bandsaw, but I'm gonna use my belt sander, and then I'll shape the fronts right here, because once I glue it, you can't really mess with that front edge. And then I'm gonna etch my maker's mark right there, and then hopefully get it glued. I do have a fan over in the window here. Um, you know, it's just with as hot as it's been lately. I don't know. I could try the fan. Techno Blad, huh? Interesting. Techno Blade. I'll have to look it up. He sounds like a young dude, so he might sound like me. Just saying. I'll ask my daughter. She'll know. Okay. Man, now y'all gonna definitely make me look it up. I got this thing too. I haven't even been live since I got this. Uh, I finally got me a stitching pony to hold my leather projects when I'm sewing them together. So I got this for my birthday, which was a couple weeks ago. I haven't got to use it yet, but when I'm stitching sheaths, a lot of people are always telling me, I need a stitching pony. You need a stitching pony. Well, I finally got one. Oh, he was a YouTuber. Okay. Interesting. Is he still got stuff up on there? I'll look it up. A Minecraft YouTuber. Okay. Here. I got my other phone right here that I watch comments on. You're just gonna make me look it up real quick anyway. Technoblade. Interesting. Oh damn, 20 million subscribers. He's big time. All right, y'all, you're gonna have to listen to it for a second. No, that's a stitching pony because I gotta hear his voice. Interesting. All right, I'm gonna check it out again later. I got it in my history now. No, I'm not building a guillotine. I'm working on this knife right here. This thing, the guillotine looking thing, is a stitching pony. It's for holding when you're stitching like leather pieces together. You can't even really see the business end. You stick them in here and you clamp it down. I haven't even used it yet. It holds them and then you can stitch it easier. So the audio is mute. Like me, you guys can't hear me. I don't know. I'm a little confused at what y'all are saying. I don't know if you're talking to me or if you're talking to the. Okay, you can hear me fine. Good. Talking to each other in the chat or what? I don't know. It's cool though. All right, let's get started. I'm going for 8 minutes. Ain't done nothing yet. And put my mask on, so probably I'll still talk a little, but you won't be able to hear me real good. My safety specs. Right on, cooking. Have a good day. Thanks for coming in. All right, so this knife I'm working on, I'm gonna shape these handles up. Just, I'm just gonna flush them up with the knife blade. I don't know if you can see there, like I used the bandsaw, but they're not all the way flushed up. And then I'm gonna shape and finish this front edge here And they'll be ready to glue on. I'll clean up the insides and stuff a little bit. And I'm going to mark my maker's mark and hopefully get it all glued together. I'll get that done today before it gets too hot. I got too much time out here. I got some other things to do. I don't see my little broom. There it is. It's already burning hot. What's up, Jose? Thanks for being here. Hope everyone's having a good morning. Hope everyone had a good holiday yesterday. I need to use a new belt. I'm so low on belts that I don't really want to. I only got 260 grit new ones left. But that would help it not get so hot. It was like burning hot after that one pass around. I'll slow it down a little, maybe that'll help. Alright, I'm going to break down and get the new belt. They just don't cut quite as good when they get old, and it creates a lot of heat, and I don't need a lot of heat. You can see right there, it started burning the micarta a little. Still got quite a ways to sand off, so it should be okay, but I don't want it to be burning it right when I get even flush with the knife. That would suck. So let this cool down a second. And a brand new fresh belt's going to shred right through it. These belts are something like $7 a piece, which isn't crazy terribly expensive, but I'll try to make them last as long as I can. Man, we got a bunch of people in here, but no one's chatting it up. I meant to bring out the box with my finish knives in it. I was gonna show a couple of those. Every time I don't bring them out here, someone asks to see something that's done. And whenever I do, no one does ask. I forgot them today. This stream is brought to you by Folgers. I hope the music's not loud enough to give me a copyright. All right. I should be cooled down now. Should go a lot easier. You can hear it when it starts hitting the metal. Getting there. What's up, Murphy? Thanks for coming in. Let it cool down for a second. I'm making a knife, Murphy. So it's taped off because I don't want to scratch this. This blade is finished, but right now I'm just sanding these handles even with the tang here. Just about done. And then I'm going to shape and finish this front edge here and get it ready to glue on, because once you glue it on, you can't really shape that without scratching the knife. And then I'm going to etch my little maker's mark in here and glue it, and I'm hoping to get all that done here in the next 40 minutes to an hour, or however much I get done in 40 minutes to an hour. But I'm hoping to get that far. It's a little warm. I need to let it cool off for a second. I'm just about done shaping all around the edges here. You can see I got all that. I'm going to do it again because once I glue it, there's going to be a bunch of glue that squeezes out and stuff. But I'm going to do a little more here, and then I'm going to work on these. You can see I don't even have the fronts even yet, but we'll fix that here in just a second. This is green. It's hard to see. It's green canvas micarta is what these handles are for this one. So I'll show this one while I'm waiting. This is another one. This one's been heat treated. I gotta clean it all up still. I kind of was doing these together. So this is kind of what it looks like when I start. Oh no, the handle will not have, the handle gets, Paul. So once I glue this together, I will then shape it and get rid of these square edges here and stuff. So no. Right now I'm just basically rough shaping it to get it ready to glue on, and then I'll put a much more shape into it. It's not staying like that, no. Again, I don't have any finished knives out here. I meant to bring them, but I forgot. I keep them in the house because I don't like them getting all the dust and stuff all over them. So. All right. All right, so that's good enough for now. This is going to be the black canvas micarta. This is the handles for this other one here. I'm going to work on that one next. It's been hard to find times to stream. It's been so hot out here. And then these are the pins it's getting, nickel silver. I don't know if y'all can see that, about something like that. That's what I'm gonna cut, and I'll shape it on my sander. Alright, this machine's kind of loud. I don't know. I don't think it's any louder than the other ones, but I guess it like sound like comes through different. I definitely have people say, oh, it's loud. That's your headphone warning. Find my foot pedal here. Where is it? There it is. Alright, so at least got them even now. That's the other thing. Once I use, like I put that new 60 grit belt on. And then the next belt I go to is always a 120. Once I use a new 60 grit, I gotta get a new 120 grit, or it just, you never get them scratches out. Alright, I'm gonna go to a 240. You gotta be real careful when you start getting up to these ones, they burn it real quick. I can definitely take the table off and take the platen out and have like a slack belt in there. Sometimes I just use up here as the slack belt. I don't do a lot of slack belt sanding actually. I usually do a lot of that by hand. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second. But I can on here, yeah. Man, Paul, you hang out here for 60 seconds. I'm gonna run in the house and grab this box of knives I meant to bring out, and I'll show you some of what I do. Alright, I'm back. I gotta clean a little space now. I hope you're still here, Paul. can also see all these on my Etsy. To go to my Etsy, click on my name right there on the top left, and my Etsy link will be right there on my YouTube homepage. These are some sheaths I made. These are for a buck 110 folder. Got a couple of those. This is like projects I got done. So this is the one I just finished. It got the leather sheath and my little stamp on the back. Knife, my little maker's mark. This one's burlap micarta. This handle's, I don't know how round. I wouldn't say super round, or it's got flat sides a little bit, but I like it. This one's got a brass thong or a lanyard hole. I'm not much on lanyard holes, but I did put one on that knife. This one's linen micarta, copper pins. Same thing, leather sheath with a basket weave. This one's definitely flatter. As you can see, it's flat on the sides, and then I bevel the edges, and then I kind of just round the corners out a little bit. You know, they're not real sharp, but they're definitely not real round. It's like faceted kind of. I've been doing a lot of my handles like this lately. So this is I mean, a lot of these are the same knives. This one's a little different. This one's got the finger notch, but burlap micarta. And this one's kind of the same way. It's got the flat sides, but it's got a little facet there. I don't know how else to describe it. It's got an angle, but it's definitely flat on the sides. There's another one with copper pins. Then I got like this one, Kydex sheath. It's a Tonto. And it's the same way. This one's real flat, actually. It's not got as much. It's still not like squared, though. I mean, I feel like that handle's kind of matches that knife. And these are like more of the same. I've been making a bunch of this style lately, I suppose. You can tell this is actually the first one I ever made of this style, because I didn't get my maker's mark on it. So I made this one. This is over 1.5 years old since I made it, because I didn't have my etching machine. This one's pretty cool. Another more of the same. Copper pins. This one's linen micarta. I like this stuff. I like the look of it. I think I pretty much showed you. Well, I got this. People like this one. There's another. It's that same Tonto style, but this one's a little funky. It's got this python micarta, and then camouflage Kydex with the basket weave sheath. So it's pretty cool. And brass hardware. Another one of those same. I do those with the cord wrap handle a lot. That Tonto pattern. This one's actually what's this stuff called? Cerakote. This is my first attempt at Cerakote. It's all right. I want to try it some more. And then these ones are ones I did way back. I don't even know what kind of wood that is. It's got a brass bolster. No maker's mark. This one I think is like it's rosewood. Brass bolster. This one's like the handle's a little small on this one. Which one's not your style? Brass and wood? Or python micarta and Camouflage Kydex. Thank you, Murphy. This is my style, obviously. That's why I got so many of them. Leather. I like the basket weave, obviously. I like that style. I do like my Carta a lot lately. I like doing wood handles, but it's just the humidity kind of like changes the size of the handle, and you get it all flushed up to the blade and fitting nice. Humidity changes, and it doesn't fit anymore, and it gets annoying. So that's why I do like my Carta. It's stable. So, brass and wood. I get it. So you like more like the modern stuff, I guess. Thank you. All right, we'll get back to this now. This is 240. It might be 220. More of the synthetics. Right on. I get it. I kind of agree. It sucks because I really do like the way that the wood does look and stuff like that, but it's just not that stable, and I go through a lot of work to make my handles fit perfectly, and then the weather changes them. It drives me nuts. And yes, I know you can get stabilized wood, and it works a little better, but it still does weird stuff. I don't know what this is. I think this is a 600. Well, you can really tell where they taped that belt together. So what do you like, Paul? Like G10, micarta, stuff like that? I know a lot of people like G10. I I I hate G10. It's a great handle material, but I don't like working it. It's too hard. Tears up belts, tears up sand blades, and most of all, it stinks like so bad. It is a good handle material. Looks pretty good. I'll give it a couple more passes, but that's probably good enough for now. Carbon fiber. Okay. I've never used it as a knife handle. I have worked with it a little bit with some other things I've done, but like at work. I've never done it as a knife handle. I've definitely been thinking about it. You don't need to see my bad habits. Sometimes these aren't the same thickness when you get to handle scales, so at this point I want to make sure they are, or it'll throw off the way I'm going to measure where I'm grinding to. 210 is okay, just slick if using it. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. The same reasons I don't like it do make it a good handle material, but my card is pretty stable, pretty strong, and a lot easier to work with, and that type of stuff. So that's my line I'm going to go down to. Marked it on both sides. Take this tape off now. This is to keep the pins from pushing through when I got it pinned onto the blade. I actually need to take this off or it'll screw up where I grind to. The way I'm going to do it. People were complaining about my cuff the other day because the cuff part was hanging on by a thread. It finally fell off, so anyone that was here that was worried about that finally happened. Okay, that's the right side, that's the left side. All right, Murphy, you have a good day too. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, Kimma? Can't quite see what that says. But hey, thanks for coming in. It's getting there. That was 120. I'll go to this. It's 240. Jed Murray, thanks for coming in. Hope you're having a good day. Kind of hard to tell on the camera that there's even an angle there, but there is. Almost dropped it. Starting to look pretty good. It's getting hot out here already. All right, now we're gonna drill some dimples into the back side of here where it's gonna fit against the knife, just to make some little glue pockets and stuff. Some room for a little glue to stay in there better. Oh my God. Fudge. Dude. Did y'all see what I did? Supposed to drill those on the side where the glue goes. I drilled the wrong freaking side. Oh man. All right. That's what I was talking about, that I'm gonna get this much done today stuff. Should never be talking like that. Every time I've got a amount of stuff I'm gonna get done today, something like this happens. I mean, I can sand it down, but it's gonna be pretty thin at that time. Can't believe I did that. They're supposed to be on this side. I even marked it. What should I do? What should I do? Yeah, it happens. I might just have to make a new set of handles, which is fine. Like, we'll figure something out. But let's try something. That's the thing about doing this live, man. You get to see me actually mess it up. This trash can out of the way. Now I have my rubber hammer. It's in the house. Get this sticker out. This motherfucker don't want to come out. Of course. Sorry about the language. That's the frustration. Oh, dude. It's freaking rusted in there. Yeah, redneck manufacturer, that's right. It's so freaking humid here, man. I'm just not used to it. Although where my last house was, yeah, if I still lived there, I'm pretty sure I'd be evacuated today for a fire. So that's pretty cool that that's not happening. I guess that's the trade-off with the humidity. About to the end of the table. I need to put my vise closer in the middle. All right. My battery on my digital readout's dead. It is always dead. is this thing? Okay, that's why. Alright, we'll just have to do it without it. I could do this on the sander, but it's just kind of easier. I get it more even without it. So there it is. I didn't drill them too deep, I guess. This might still work. I gotta do the other one now, though, to make them match. Looks like I got all the drill marks out. I'll clean it up here in a second. I am no machinist. Do not claim to be. Man, it's hot in here. Shouldn't set my hammer up there. Let's see if this will go. This is the one I messed up. They're thinner. I think it's gonna be all right though. Let's test fit it on the knife again and see what it's like. It's gonna be a little thinner than my normal hand. That's all right. Gotta change them up once in a while. Had someone else come in. Big Cass. Thanks for coming in. Y'all missed me drill the wrong side of the handles here if you ain't been here for a minute. That's a great setback. I like it, but I do notice that the one on the right is thicker. I gotta take that one down some more. Again, I'm no machinist, obviously. Means I took more off of the left one, which is actually the one that I didn't even mess up. But I need to sand this one down some more. This is the smaller one. Got a burr down there. Alright, just open it up just a little bit. Come on here, I might have to try that fan. All right, now they're even. Yeah, I like it. Crisis averted. I mean, I would have just made new handles. I could even, I think I got another set of OD green even. Okay, so back to where I was when I screwed them up. Try to clean this collet up a little before I put it back in there. I probably shouldn't have left it in there so long either. My fault. It's pretty rusty. Okay, let's make sure we drill the right side this time. So it's inside, not the outside. I can't believe I did that. That's a new one. I've actually never done that one before. That's a million ways to mess it up. Double, triple check. Not this side. This side. Right, right, right. Let's see what we did there. I think I cleaned that dust out before I glue it, but got a bunch of little dimples in there for the glue to have a little more surface area to hang on to. Did them both on the right side this time. I think it's gonna look good. Yeah, it's gonna be a little thinner than most of my handles, but I kind of like it. I actually have one of this pattern. The first one I ever made had a pretty thin handle on it of this exact pattern, and I kept that knife because I loved it so much. Yeah, it's gonna look pretty good. So we're gonna call that a happy accident, like the old late great Bob Ross would say. Alright, so what I was really doing is I had just finished these, and I was trying to drill those little reliefs before I screwed it up, and then I was going to polish the fronts of these, and then I would be ready for, these will be ready for gluing, and then I was going to get the blade ready to glue, so I got to do my little maker's mark, and then I'll have to clean it up a little, and it'll be ready. I got to put this fan in the window or something. It's so hot out here. Okay. Man, I love this comment. I don't know if my comments are like stuck and no one's commenting. I think that's what's happening. But the old redneck manufacturer comment, I love that, man. That's like a compliment. I feel like he was trying to diss me, but I'm cool with it. Alright, I'm trying to find my polishing compound. Should be around here somewhere. I think it's in here. Straw. What's up, Robert? Thanks, man. I appreciate all the comments, but just watching is good enough. Sometimes the chat freezes up and you don't really know, but I was pretty sure it hadn't. So anyone that's been around here before knows I've been doing all my polishing with my little Dremel thing, which is handy, but it's too small to do as much polishing as I have been with it. So I did finally got this buffer, kind of a buffer type thing that my crazy uncle, who would go to estate sales all the time and buy motors and stuff,
Bolted this motor to a board, and I bolted a, he had a grinding wheel on it. I got this little teeny tiny buffer wheel on it. I can't find a bigger one right now, but it's way better than that Dremel. What's up, Prepper 101? Good to see you. Here's how ghetto it is. I had to put it into a power strip because that's my power button, and it, I don't know if you saw it, it shoots a spark. It's pretty awesome. So it kind of runs the way, the opposite of the way you would want it to run down, but it doesn't. It, you know, whatever, it is what it is. I guess I should probably buff on the other side of it, but this is the spot I have for it. So. You've seen me one-on-one using my little Dremel. It does kind of suck. So this is a lot faster. I mean, that thing's good for small spots and stuff, but this is pretty sketchy. I mean, these are just handles, so it's not as sketchy. It's pretty sketchy when they're glued onto a knife and you're holding the knife, and it wants to throw it in your direction the whole time. Alright, there's my ghetto ass buffer. It sure beat that doing it on that Dremel, right? And you get better result actually too. So we got that part all buffed up. All this will get shapen and buffed after it's glued together, but you don't really get another chance to do this spot. So I mean, I have no idea how old that motor is either. It's probably older than most of us in here, if not all. Trying to read the tag on it, but it's too rusted. Okay. Keep getting sidetracked. So those are ready to glue. Clean them. Glue them. So next will be this. '66. Oh man, I still think it. I think it's pretty old. It probably has you beat. I'll tell you what. This one, the Dremel I showed. This is probably around your age. I'm trying to do the math real quick, but it'll put you like 1960. I think I have a receipt. My grandfather bought this. I think it was in '65. There's the little motor that goes on it. I do like the old tools, man. And this one's cool because, like I said, I got the actual receipt from when he bought it. I don't want you to think I'm dogging on your age or anything. I'm not. I'm not far behind you. Okay. Get some acetone. something else. Maybe that's what I was looking for. Right on, Robert. That's a knife channel. The Windex, well, I'm just cleaning it with the Windex right now. When I etch my maker's mark here in just a second, the Windex I will use afterwards, and it neutralizes the acid in the etch that I'm going to use. And then acetone I will use to clean it all off before I glue it. I know you're telling jokes, but that's what's happening. So here's the knife. It does have some glue residue on it from that tape being on there so long, which is okay because I'm going to hit it on the Scotch-Brite belt one more time after I etch my mark. So, in fact, I think I'm going to hit it right here where the mark's going to go. I'm going to hit it on that Scotch-Brite belt before and after the mark because I want to get that. I don't know if y'all can see, but there's like, from that tape being on there so long, there's a little bit of residue on there. Thank you, 101. It's coming out pretty nice. Pretty sure this is another one I've done the whole thing live. Right on. I mean, unless it's that one song, I don't know it. You know which song I'm talking about. I know Johnny Paycheck, but I only know the one song. Sure, he had others, but it's definitely a good one. So get this table out of my way here. In fact, it's probably gonna be stuck in my head all day now. Yep, that's the one I know. Too much tape residue, it's just smearing some of it around. Probably should have just used the acetone. Damn, it's so humid, it's fogging up my safety glasses. Alright. Guess we'll have to do that again after etching it, but Right on. He was just trying to get away from his wife. Or more specifically, her mother. He's told me about her. Nashville robs you. Yeah, I've heard that's pretty common. We might have to take a break in a little bit, if not stop, because the coffee is almost gone. Okay, what was I doing? I need some scissors. I know there's some scissors on this bench. This is almost like scissors. Good enough. Okay. My stencil. I need to dirty again. I touched it. Man, everyone's leaving. I feel like this is probably the most interesting part of what I've done today, but I guess not. That's alright though. Okay. It's hard because I can barely see it. So we'll take, I don't know if y'all can see my little machine over here. I copied a dude on YouTube. He has a great video on how to make this thing. It's like Redbeard something Redbeard. He makes a bunch of knives and stuff. It's a cool channel. I should know the name. This is bigger than I want it to be. And this is vinegar and some salt. So turn this thing on. Okay, thought it was plugged in here, but something. Go down. Okay. It's been a minute. get you guys right in here where you can see this. I almost need to turn the fan off because you can kind of hear it sizzle, which kind of tells me how it's doing. I can barely hear it right now. Alright, I moved it to the, so I was doing the etch, which kind of eats into the metal. Now I moved it to the mark setting. One of them's AC and one of them's DC. I forget which is which. Usually most of the mark, it kind of blackens it. I usually grind most of that out anyways, so don't worry about it too much. I feel like a lot of times that's where I mess it up. Alright, you see it there. You can see it etched in. It doesn't look that great, though. Gotta clean it up a bit. bit more, but it looks a lot better. A lot better if I don't hold it upside down. A little bit get through right there. That sucks. But it is what it is. I might try some different stencils. These ones I got, I print myself, which is nice. But I think there's some better ones I can get. But they're reusable. They're quite expensive. You're supposed to be able to use them over and over. I use these one. I print one, I use it, and then I throw it away and get a new one. Clean up the other side a little. Alright, I'm not done cleaning this up, but it's warm. I want to let it cool off, and I don't want to dunk it in no water right now. Just gets it dirty. The water's all gross and got a bunch of metal flakes in it and stuff. Just let it cool down for a second. Set it up here. Needs a couple more passes. While we wait for that, we'll clean these handles up. Thank you, Robert. This is, oh, you're not seeing what I'm doing here. This is acetone. How long have I been going? Damn, I've been going almost 2 hours. I said I was going to do an hour. I tried to get out here and do it before it got hot. And I definitely got started before it got hot, but it's hot now. Well, I got the acetone out already. I'm going to clean that drain off. Some acetone because it still has some glue residue on the other side. That'll take it off. That'll make me doing my last couple Scotch-Brite passes go easier. supposed to take all your belts off when you get done. I don't always do it, but them Scotch-Brite belts, I feel like you really have to, or they stretch out and it messes them up. Where are you? In Oregon. I am in Kentucky. Before this, I lived in Montana. Kind of weird this morning, because I'm pretty sure if I still lived in Montana, I would be evacuated right now due to a fire. And I'm going to try to remember that all day when I'm complaining about how humid it is. Okay, so here we go. We got it all finished up and pretty looking. Got my maker's mark. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there, Kentucky. I know it's hard with the way the light. Anyway, got this one all prettied up. Pins here. We got our handles into both of those states. Right on. Yeah, I like it here. It's nice. The weather's, as much as I'm complaining about how hot and humid it is, the weather's actually pretty good. Pretty sure it's hotter in Montana where I used to live today than it is here. It's not as humid, but it's also on fire, so it's definitely hotter. Alright, so there's a look at what it'll look like after it's glued up, and then I'll finish shaping these. I want to tape this blade off again so I don't get glue all over it. So let's do that. We'll use this tape. Yeah, I heard you guys were getting it real hot. I don't know if still, but I know like a week ago or two, maybe even 2 weeks. I don't know. Time flies. I know I heard the Pacific Northwest was like kind of going through it. I do want to leave a little bit. The glue's going to squeeze out when I glue this, so I want to not tape all the way to the edge because I want to be able to wipe the glue off as it squeezes out when I glue it. And I'm kind of like doing nothing special, but I'm kind of trying to turn like a little bit of a circle in the end there just to kind of match my radius just a little bit. It's hard for me to do it that way. The camera's in the way. Okay. A bad booger stuck on my finger. Cooled down the last 2 days. Right on. I think it's supposed to cool down a little bit here, but not today. I think it's another day or two. Okay, one last thing. I'm going to hit this part on the wide belt sander over there with some 80 grit just to rough it up a little. I gotta be real careful because I'm not taped all the way to where you won't see, so I gotta make sure I don't sand too far down this way. That's 80 grit. Do it. Doesn't need much, just a little bit of tooth. Okay. I need something to stir this up with. I stole like some little paint stick things from inside the house the old lady had. But I only took like one and I think I used them all. There we go. We got a scrap piece of my cargo we'll use. I want to get my little countertop cutout thing so I don't get epoxy. It's gonna stick to this mat good. I don't want that to happen. It doesn't stick to this little countertop too good. Blue one on here. And I'm not sure that's enough. It always is, but last thing I want is to have it be just a little bit sharp. Harvey, I'm making a knife. So, um, this is the knife. I got the blade taped off because it's all finished, and I'm about to glue these handles on. This is the inside of the handle. It's a green canvas micarta handle. See, I finished this front edge. It's almost impossible to finish once it's on the knife. And then after I glue it on, I will finish the rest of the handle. Pin material is nickel silver. It looks like it might be stainless or aluminum. It's not. It's nickel silver. Interesting. Well, that's a bummer. Sorry to hear that, Harvey. Alright, you have fun. You got any other finished ones? I do. If you wanna hang around about 5 minutes, I can show you all the finished ones I have. But I cannot stop right now because I mixed my epoxy up. So I gotta kinda, it's time sensitive here. But once I glue this handle up, I was gonna end the stream, but I'll gladly show you what I have in my little finished knife box over here. So I showed it once already on stream, but I'll do it again. I try so hard to not make a mess while I'm doing this and get it all over myself, but it always happens anyways. It's so warm in here, this stuff is way runnier than normal too. Sorry, yeah, I am on camera, good. Sometimes I get focused on what I'm doing and I'm not doing it on camera. It's not on purpose, I'm just not paying attention very good. Probably shouldn't eat that. The less of this I get all over it, the better, the easier it is to clean up. Yeah, it's gonna happen. Come on. That's why I fit them together over and over and over again. So when you're gluing them, this is not the time to find out it's not fitting. So I want this one right there. Right there. And right there. That's an epoxy joke. Yeah, don't spin it. So you can see it's squeezing out. You know, it's squeezing out everywhere, but I don't really care about that because I'll sand that again. But I do care about where it's squeezing out right here on this front edge. I want to wipe that off. I'll wipe it off once and then it'll squeeze some more out, and I'll end up wiping it off a couple times in the over the next 10 minutes or so. Give me just a second. I didn't forget about showing them knives. But, wipe this off one more time, and then we'll look at them, and then when I get done, I'll wipe it off again and end the stream. Let this sit until tomorrow to dry. I'm wiping it with acetone, and every time I want to fold the paper towel and get a clean spot. This knife is 1084. Yeah, my tape is falling off. Yeah, this one's made from 1084. 80 CRV2 and 1095 of what I've been using mostly lately, but I got a great deal on this stuff here. So this is what the latest have been. Alright, so y'all can see I got all that wiped out. There will be some more that squeezes out there. My tape is kind of falling off, so when it does, once it's done moving, I'm gonna pull this tape off, and then I'll have to re-tape it again. But if it hadn't came loose there, I'd be leaving it. But it's gonna get stuff under there, and it's gonna create a mess if I don't take it off and get it stuck down good. So, all right, we'll let that sit for a little bit. I'll come back to clean it off 1 or 2 more times. And then tomorrow I can, once it's all good and dry, I can work on it again. We'll go through these knives real quick, and then I'm gonna end it. I'm going inside. It's hot. Grab this box. Here's not a good spot for doing this, but I'm gonna do it here anyway. This is something I make. These are sheaths for a $1.10 folding knife. Put this stuff couple of them. Meant 1080. Yeah, I've never used 1080. This is 1084. I'm sure they're all pretty close to the same. Alright, so here's one. These are the two I finished. I did these on my live stream, these two, I believe. Or at least a lot of them. It's got a leather sheath, basket weave, a little maker's mark on the leather. So, this is a burlap micarta handle. My maker's mark on there. This one's scary sharp. I don't see anything to cut with it, any paper or anything. But yeah, most of my sheath. I mean, a lot of these knives are the same. I'm gonna show you. Maybe different handle materials, but you know, it's another one. More of the same. It's leather sheath, same thing. Got my mark on the back, belt loop. This one I believe that's linen micarta. Copper pins. I don't remember what that. Oh, that last one. Here, I'm gonna show you again. This isn't something I do very often. It's got brass pins, but it's got a brass lanyard tube. I'm not real big on lanyard tubes, but I know some people like them, so I did that on this one. Yeah, this one. This is the exact pattern of the one I was just gluing together right here. And the one I was just making is going to get a sheath like this also. I got a whole box here. A lot of these are the same. Like, this is more of the same. This one's a little different than that other pattern. It's got this little extra finger groove. This is one I made quite a while ago, I could tell, because it doesn't have my logo on it. Looks like brass pins on that one. I forget who asked to see these. Savion. I hope you're still here, dude. I mean, ain't no thing. Everyone else can see them too, but. Another one, more of the same. This one's burlap. I like this burlap micarta. It's really cool, like the patterns in it. You know, I like it. I've been making a lot of these same two patterns here over and over and over again. I'm gonna do something different on my next batch. I'm not quite sure yet, but this one's linen, natural linen with copper pins. Right on, thank you. Live Sway, I appreciate it. So, again, I mean, they're all pretty much the same. Here's something I'll show you that a lot of people won't show you. They'll show you their sheath they made, right? But they will not show you the back, especially when they hand stitch them, because it's so easy to mess up the stitching on the back. They'll be like, hey, look at this sheath. But I take pride in my stitching on the back side too. So and here's a Tonto. I appreciate it. This is the green canvas micarta. This is what's on the knife I just glued together. And then this has got a kydex sheath with a little leather loop. Tonto blade. These ones are a little thicker, pretty flat on the sides. BN, thanks for coming in, man. I got a couple of those Tontos in here too. I usually don't ever make just one of something. I make 3 or 4 of the same pattern, or 5 or 6 sometimes. This one's kind of funky. This isn't really much my style, but some people like it. So it's camouflage kydex with a basket weave stamped into it. And then this is the they call it, Python micarta, and it's got some brass fasteners. I mean, I like it, but this is a little much for me. I'm more like, I like traditional more looking stuff, but it's the same as the last one. Tonto. Right on. Thank you. Thanks for the subscribe. All these knives are for sale on my Etsy. So you hit the little house on the top left where my picture is. It'll take you to my YouTube page, and that's my Etsy link is right there. So this is the same as that last Tonto, but paracord wrap handle on this one, and then just a little coyote tan kydex sheath. But this is my first try at Cerakoting. So it came out pretty good. I want to mess with it some more. I think I could do it better, but it's pretty sweet for the first time. We're getting down to the bottom. These are some knives from way back. I made these a long time ago. I made them and then they sat around forever, and I just kind of finished them up in the last couple months. They were just sitting around in a toolbox. But we got brass, and pretty sure this is rosewood. I'm not even sure of the metal. I think they're 1095. I know they're old. I don't have my stamp on them, so that's one thing that tells me it was a long time ago. Kydex sheaths. I'm not a big fan of Kydex. I know some people like it. It's got a little belt clip. Kydex ain't my favorite. I try to do leather on most of my stuff. You like that one? Right on. The Cerakote's cool. It's a lot of work. You got a lot of cleaning involved, and you got to sandblast them and clean them again. And then you got to bake them and like off gas it. And then you can finally spray it, and then you got to bake it again. It's a lot of work. So there's another one. These, like I said, these are from way back. I don't know if that's a scratch or a Kydex mark. That's why I hate Kydex, though, is it scratches everything. I don't want to touch it right now, but it might just buff off. But yeah, I don't like Kydex. I spend so much work on these, and then they get scratched before I even get them out to nobody. Leather doesn't tend to do that. So, anyway, that's what I got done right now. It's in my little finished knife box. I'm not sure that the guy that asked to see is still here, but that's okay. I think everyone else enjoyed it a little bit. I've never used Duracoat. Not on a knife, anyway. I mean, Duracoat's just spray paint, ain't it? Or am I wrong? I had used Cerakote before I did it on a knife, but that was my first time doing it on a knife, which is a little different than what in the past when I did it. I was doing a much bigger part, and I didn't have as much. I didn't have a sandblasting cabinet I could fit it in. It was an exhaust I was painting, but I wasn't able to do as. I wasn't able to exactly follow Cerakote's directions the first time I used it. It was at my job. When I did it on my knives, I did it exactly by the manufacturer's recommendations. Okay, you can see it squeezed out a little more. Not a lot, but you need to just wipe this clean one more time. Got a big old glob right here I need to get off. What's up, Mark? Thanks for coming in. Hope you're having a good day. Alright, see, I got it. I know it's hard to see in there on the. See a little tiny bit right there. I need to get that. I got most of it out of there. Sometimes I can see it better if I stick it in front of the camera. I forgot which side it was. I think it's this side. Yep. I want to pull this tape off because it's coming loose. I want to make sure there's no glue under it. I think I hit it with the acetone a little too much. Q-tip time. Yeah, Q-tips are just, they're just like a little bit too round. They don't fit in the corner real good. I'll wipe it one more time and then I'm calling it done. I'm going inside. It says it's only 80 degrees in here, but it sure feels like more than that. Yeah, something like that. These little like wood, they're not like a paint stick, they're like a popsicle stick, tongue depressor thing almost. I don't know what. Uh, there's something for makeup and stuff. I might be sneaking them out of the house and using those to mix my epoxy. I got it all epoxy all over my hand now because this tape has it on it. Right now the bigger trick is keeping enough acetone on the paper towel. It's like dang near dry already. Anyway, there we go. We got it wiped all nice and clean. Looks great. It's gonna be pretty sweet. Tomorrow we can finish it up. Anyway, we got pretty far today. The handle was only just cut out on the bandsaw when I started. I screwed it up and had to thin it down a little. And had a whole bunch to do. Got quite a bit of it done. So how long I've been going? Damn, 2.5 hours. Right on, man. Have a good one. Blessed love. Thanks for coming in. I guess I must have missed you. I didn't see you. You liked that one. Thank you. Alright, y'all. Have a good night. I will catch y'all later. Y'all take it easy. Maybe tomorrow morning. I don't know. Usually I go at night, but I might be trying to go in the mornings. It's been so hot. But anyway, y'all take it easy, and I'll be back soon. We'll work on this. I won't work on it anymore until I go live again. So, oh, shameless plug. Check out my Etsy. Click on the house in the top left. My YouTube homepage is my Etsy link right there. So check it out. Even if you don't want to buy nothing, click it. It helps me out. Gives me more traffic. What's up, Camo? Have a good one, dude. Thanks. I'm gonna assume you was I was gonna say lagging, but lurking a little. Hope you were. Um, I'll catch you later.